Red pill disclaimer. Welcome to Gawdzell's channel. By watching this video, you are choosing to take the red pill and see how deep the rabbit hole goes. All opinions expressed are Gawdzell's alone, and any copyrighted content belongs to its respective owners. Viewer discretion is advised.
Can you see it now? Can you see the Matrix for what it truly is?
Yo, what's good, y'all? Welcome back to another video. This is gonna be a good one. Y'all stay tuned. We are in a new room. Y'all let me know if y'all like this look right here. But we probably switch it up here and there. This is just the office room that I'm in. But let me know if you guys like it, and let's get right into the video.
I do got to ask you about the leopard print joint you had on. Now, is that a shirt or was that a dress?
Oh yeah, that was a dress.
That was a dress. I do got to ask you.
This woman hangs out with all the celebrities, and some people think she's a witch.
The fashion community is gonna hate me for this one. This is Michelle Lamy, and I fell into a deep, dark rabbit hole last night, finding out more about her. Michelle was born in the 40s. She's around 80 years old. She's worked as an attorney, a clothing designer, a performer, a producer. She was born in France, has lived in many places, including New York and Los Angeles, and she's the wife of fashion designer Rick Owens, who is also known as the Lord of Darkness in the fashion community. Michelle actually discovered Rick Owens, and a lot of people credit her for his career. One time, Michelle wore his head as a purse. I don't work in the fashion industry, so there's a lot of things that I probably don't understand, but Michelle is very highly respected among her peers. And many celebrities, like the ones pictured here, Usher, Kim Kardashian, A$AP Rocky, and Kanye West. She has a very distinct style. Every morning she draws a black line on her forehead, and she says she doesn't really have an explanation for it. She also stains her fingers black. It has been reported online that Michelle got her inspiration from the Amazigh women, who also used to paint on their face. She's also known for having gold-plated teeth, but the rabbit hole that I fell into last night has people convinced that Michelle is a high priestess or witch of some sorts in the Hollywood scene. Now, I'm not saying she is or she isn't, and I simply cannot get into all of the details. The information is out there if you want to look into it, but there's so much mystery surrounding this woman. Like I said, she is highly respected in the fashion and art industries. A lot of people really love her work, and a lot of other people are convinced that she controls a lot of what is going on in Hollywood, and that there's something much more sinister going on, allegedly. Let me know your thoughts.
She's a witch. She's a witch. That's what I think. She look like one.
Extreme solar storms are on its way. We've had a quiet July, but now we're having 4 cannibal solar storms hit Earth. We may be feeling things that we haven't felt in a while. We're getting out of our comfort zone. We're going to be seeing extreme weather. Earth has been vibrating 11 times higher with its heartbeat and frequency than usual. We may be seeing aurora borealis. You may be feeling like you're having difficulty sleeping, anxiety, depression. Triggers from the past are coming forward. It's important for you to stay aligned, mind, body, soul. Stay hydrated. We are moving out of the solstice and into the equinox, so we're right in between, because today we're on the eve of a very special extreme solar storms are on its way.
Yeah, it is August, man. August is always that hot month, so I already know things about to, speed up.
Now what the hell going on here, America? More hidden truth. Y'all see it, right? Now in my life, I wanted to take me a trip to New York and go to the Central Park. And I wonder why this park been calling me all my life, like, I need to get down there to that park, for real. And now that I'm doing a little research and study about Central Park, it's really starting to resonate with my spirit, my soul, and my ancestors. So I can't say too much about this, but if you know, you know. It's like the truth be right in our face, hidden in plain sight. But with so many distractions in the world, we don't never pay attention to what's real. It seems like the world be having us focus on the bullshit that don't even matter. While I say it, I think it's time for us to start sitting our children down, sitting our elders down, and going over all of this information that we've been sharing with the world lately. So in this video, I like to pay homage to all the ancestors of Rosewood, Greenwood, Black Wall Street, Chicago, Sacramento, New York, San Francisco, all over the world that took the fall. And just remember, they tried to bury us, but they ain't know we were star seeds. Respect the sacrifice.
Never forget. Thanks for watching this video.
For those who like eating shrimp, I'm finna give you 1,000 reasons why you should.
Here we go.
And what we about to see
Let's
is
see,
the shrimp
man.
under the microscope.
Let's
And
see.
yes, you are correct. They're having a parasite family reunion inside of this shrimp. And no, I don't want to hear.
Pretty
"That's
sure.
why you cook them." Would they still be there if they was fried? Eating a fried parasite or cooked parasite has to be the top diabolicalism in 2024. But what do you expect from a creature that literally eats fecal matter? And y'all wondering why I do not eat shrimp? Literally the roaches of the sea. And how many people do you know that
Look at it
actually
moving.
eat these raw? Y'all just so in love with these creatures from Davy Jones' locker. It's all starting to make sense on why God said you're not supposed to be eating it. Yes, this abomination to my taste buds. Y'all not knowing that it's creatures that's living inside of them. Now let me know y'all thoughts on shrimp having parasites having a family cookout reunion under the microscope inside of the shrimp in the comments. Like and follow for more wisdom and stay tuned. For those who
I think Post Malone knows something that we don't.
According to the CIA, the total amount of fraud money is $80 trillion.
And cash was $2 trillion.
$2 trillion.
So 1.9 trillion is actual cash, and all the rest of it is just bull. Doesn't exist. There's not a vault you can go in like a fucking.
Imagine we're at war with a country, and then they have the best hackers, or whatever. This is all hypothetical, but you go to swipe your card and it doesn't work, and then everybody in America goes to swipe their card
and it doesn't
work.
Whenever the credit cards fail, whenever your cards fail, whenever your banks fail, and you can't use your fucking card anymore, you have 3 days to get out of where you are, because that's when they're coming for you. That's the big move. That's checkmate right there. And they think they have you. But move out to the country, get your scraps, stand up for yourself, build a tower, build a long road to where you can see them coming. Don't give up. America.
I think Post
That is crazy too. Like, for him to even talk about that, he like this big artist. He knows something is up.
Your phone is a digital footprint of your mind. Siri backwards is iris, the iris of your eyes. Now, this is not your physical eye, it's your inner eye, the all-seeing eye of your mind. That's why it's called an iPhone. Every thought you are thinking is manifested into action onto these phones. Therefore, your phone is a digital footprint of your mind. And this is how artificial intelligence has been created. It was not generated by these people. We, as a collective consciousness, a collective mind, have manifested our thoughts into these devices which is tracking it. And what they have done is collected all of this data and created an artificial consciousness, an artificial mind, or AI. Your phone is a
I agree, for real. Like, you know, it's like all our memory is on our own, for real. You know, we can't really remember nothing unless we like go to our phone sometime, you know? It's crazy. Yeah, I agree with that for sure.
Type 3 indigo is a hybrid consciousness, not just gene code. It is two avatar identities in one body. They are literally two different families of consciousness. It's not just having, like, let's say with a walk-in, they're both out of the same family of consciousness, where you have one come in and raise the body for a little while, and that one ascends, and then you have the other one come in. They're all related. They have the same flash line coding. You're having two diametrically opposite flash line sequence coded beings coming into one manifest incarnation. It can create an extreme polarity problem, an extreme from one side to the other. You may be lucky and come out with an indigo that is absolutely angelic when it's a kid. It may turn into a person that has one of those diseases where they become raving lunatics when they're 60 years old because they get one of these diseases where they start to bark and all sorts of wild other stuff. The negative side will come out if these things aren't harmonized. The purpose for these type 3 indigos is to allow a new opportunity, a new race line of evolution for the Nephilim avatars who want to cross back over into the light, to have a new race line they can evolve through. And at the same time, it's helping us because from all of our history that has been hidden for the last 200,000 years, where the Anunnaki came down and messed with the gene pool here, most of us have Anunnaki coding in us now, whether we want it or not. if we're going to evolve, some of us have so much Anunnaki coding that to get the 12th strand back, we need that intervention race too. By helping the Nephilim evolve, the Indigos are giving a place where the Nephilim and the human strains contaminated by Anunnaki can incarnate next into that form and start to clear out their codes and work out their polarity balances so they can then go into the Taurinicium imprint. What it will give the Nephilim is the ability to pick up that one extra strand. They have 11 strands. They'll be able to pick up the one extra strand, but their 11 strands are reversed. That fire letter sequence is turned around backwards. What this will do is turn it back around forward and give them the extra strand so they can finally ascend, hook up with the Rishi, and they're out of here. It will also help the humans whose gene code has been contaminated by the Anunnaki coding to do the same, piece by piece, lifetime by lifetime. But they come in with a huge burden of trying to balance the polarities of the universe within themselves. The Orifeme imprint is dominant, and that's the only way these avatars from the negative side get to come over. They have to agree to be in subservience to the little bit higher coded avatar coming in with the Orifeme. Now the Orifeme have much higher coding. They go from 24 up to 48 coding. That's the only level coding that would not get reversed itself by combining it with an 11-strand Nephilim. So you couldn't do it with a Taurinicium, a regular human. You had to go to the level above. Type 3 indigos, which are the predominant ones now. There's about 2,500,000 of them on planet right now. These are the ones that are having real problems with the energies, the chemical imbalances, the issues. They're here to resolve the polarity balances of the races. They have within them some of the highest avatar, and they have within them some of the most screwed up avatar. But they are avatars that are trying to balance that within themselves. Most of them will never become conscious of who they are on that level. They need help balancing the polarities. Type 3 indigo is a hybrid.
I heard of like these names: Indigo, Crystal Child, all that. Like, I don't know which one I would fall under. I think I would fall under probably Crystal Child. I don't know, but which one do you guys think you are? Indigo or Crystal Child?
Another day, another dollar, another opportunity.
I'm pretty sure it's a lot more. Y'all type the other ones in the comments. Let me know.
To remain unbothered. Amen. Another
Word.
day, another dollar, another opportunity to remain unbothered. Amen.
This is how one cat can power a whole city.
Scientists discovered a magical phenomenon. When you pick up a cat and throw it down, no matter how you throw it, the cat can always land on its four limbs every time. When a buttered slice of bread drops to the ground, it's always the buttered side that faces down. So, scientists conducted an experiment. They tied the buttered bread to the cat's back with the buttered side facing up to see which one would land first when thrown like this. Something astonishing happened. The cat actually kept rolling in the air. Could it be that both the cat and the butter were competing to land first and they were fighting in the air? The scientists were extremely excited. Isn't this a perpetual motion machine? They regarded the constantly rotating cat as an energy source and put it into a generator. Instantly, the entire city was brightly lit, solving the problem of global energy shortage. However, this experiment was questioned by many people. So, someone simulated this experiment at home. He wanted to prove with facts that this was a hoax. He smeared butter on the bread and then tied the bread to a little cat. Unexpectedly, the bread was eaten by the little cat. He tied it again and then threw it down. Surprisingly, the little cat also started rotating. It turns out that this experiment is true. It's simply incredible. If you have a cat at home, hurry up and give it a try.
I'm one of the smartest 20-year-olds in the world. My philosophy is different. If you want to eat cleaner, learn the laws of the universe, and get your shit together all at the same time, comment real. I'll send you the links to all my ebooks. Follow me for more. I love you. This is how one cat can...
This is why when people go to jail, they put you in a prison cell. A prison cell. And they lock your energy in there. And yes, it's true, because I've seen it actually. You can see energy streams coming out of jails. You go to jail, they got energy streams come. They feed off of people's energy in jail. They put you in a cell, and they feed off your light inside the cell. Now, if you change the geometric shape of a cell, you make a cell more like a square or a block. You can lock this. You can lock energy in a cell. So if you trap a spirit, you can't trap a spirit in the egg; it'll get loose, right? But if you trap a spirit inside of a box, you actually can block it because of the geometric shape of the box. You can lock it inside of a box. This is why when people go to jail, they put you in a prison.
Do it for XXXion for show. Love you, chat. You guys know I've been out here fighting the Matrix like a motherfucker. That shit was irritating me. You know how irritating when they're really coming after you?
Bro, trust me.
It's like the hotel lobby, everything doesn't work. You're just like, motherfucker.
What do you mean? Wait, what?
Like, bro, they turn
Oh,
off,
the hotel shit?
They
Oh,
turn
you're
off
getting
the
charged?
cards. They turn off everything, bro. It's weird.
Wait, you being serious?
Yeah, I'm dead ass. Like the Matrix.
You couldn't enter the room?
So they would say the card is gonna work, and then I use the cards. It's not working. They're like, I don't know what's happening. And then they would do it again, and then I'll do it again, and then do it again, and then it's like, oh, it's fucking.
Wow, that's fucked up.
They cancel my flights, everything.
Fucking crazy.
They said for me not to sit on the chair.
Huh? Oh, I don't know. Oh, they said not to sit in the chair? Oh, the chat.
I don't know about that.
Oh.
My favorite color is not sitting on that fucking chair.
What?
Bro, what's gonna happen? Bro? I don't know.
Nothing's
Is it
gonna
gonna
happen.
blow
It's
up?
a great chair. I was actually trying to be nice, but alright. Fuck.
Do it for XXXion for.
Man, I don't know. Maybe he is onto something though. But I'm pretty sure, like, if you want to, like, with them people, yeah, they probably is gonna cancel your flight, make sure your stuff done, especially if you speaking out. Yeah, because a lot of them signed the contract.
You get charged in a court because you're a battery, and then go to a prison cell, which is a battery cell where it holds your energy. They are harvesting your energy in prison. If you astral project and go to a prison, you'll see this for yourself. Energy cannot escape cubes. Everything today is built in cubes to trap energy. The ancients knew this. This is why their rooms were never square. They had pointed roofs for energy to escape. Everything you see molds your mind in some form or way. Cubes and squares are the most limited shapes. By seeing cubes and squares all the time, this is subconsciously limiting our minds. The ancients built with beauty and sophistication because they understood what they see has an effect on their mind. They changed this to dull us down, to make things more simple, to make you more simple. Environment, it's all mental, it all has an effect on your mind. Think you can work this one out yourself. Minds are expanding and people are progressing inside of the ethereal university. Do not stay in the shadow of ignorance. Progress your life with knowledge, people. You get charged in a court because you're a...
This is what happens when good people get tired of being used.
Empathy burnout is a real thing. After so many years of putting other people first, overpouring, overgiving, people-pleasing, trying to understand people's reasons for hurting you, you're exhausted, drained, and indifferent. So when people cry to return after treating you badly, you just no longer care. If someone who has been or is in my life comes and says something to you about me, even if it's negative, I might tell you to believe them because of what they had to do to get me to that point. I am absolutely a villain in some people's stories, you know? But people's minds and memories are selective, and they just start where I became the villain. I can absolutely be very comfortable being the villain in your story, because I know myself well enough to know I will never wake up and intentionally want to hurt you out of the blue. And even when you hurt me, I will never want to hurt you back. But you best believe I will stand my ground. You will no longer have access to me. And if I come off as cruel, if I come off as a villain, so be it.
It feels good to help other people, but you need to start helping yourself first. My book shows you what putting yourself first looks like.
MLK was a motherfucking agent.
In 2021, a man was hiking through the Appalachian Mountains when he ran across something that greatly disturbed him. While the man was hiking, he would notice and record multiple pieces of trash with long paragraphs written on them. At first, this writing seemed relatively harmless. There was multiple lyrics from various songs.
Oh, what just happened? That was crazy. Hold on.
Less than 100 people on this planet control 8 billion people. Less than 100 people run the lives of 8 billion people worldwide. They know what you smell, eat, taste, touch, hear, think. And they control everything you do, where you can go, where you can't go. And so for us to take back control of this planet, we need to know this ancient information. We need to know what happened in the past so we can make a better future, because the past is prologue. We can't take control of this planet until that happens. And so to answer your question is this: once people understand this fundamentally, the true reality is we'll take back control of our planet These beings, they don't land and walk around. They're waiting for us to grow up. I think that the ones that had subjugated us have been long gone after a last pyramid war that happened about 5,000 years ago. And the ones that are looking at us now, that we see these UFOs, UAPs flying around, not all of them are there, some are ours. But the ones that are from other places, they're watching us and they're looking and they're saying, you know what? They're still crawling. They're not ready for us yet. When they learn how to walk, and when these 8 billion take back control of their planet and stop allowing the less than 100 people to put a boot on their neck and divide them and all these divide and conquer tactics, they don't love one another. They don't respect one another. They don't respect even themselves. When they grow up past that level, they almost show up. Less than 100 people on this planet.
That, 8 billion. That is so crazy. It's like a small group of people controlling 8 billion people. That is crazy to really think about. Like, dang, we gotta, like, you know, stand up.
Christ consciousness is ancient. It's super ancient, and it's a certain level of consciousness that you can get to this level where they're all knowing, all loving. They're the epitome of...
Oh, when was the day that I turned black? Okay, a story. I was born in 1971 to a black man and an Italian woman. And I was given up at birth for adoption because maybe in Wisconsin, that wasn't a good thing. After spending 3 months by myself with just one name, my name was Ellen, it was given to me by the hospital staff. A beautiful Swedish-German woman and a Polish man came to get me. They adopted me. And from the moment I could learn and comprehend, my Swedish-German mother would sit there and flip through Ebony magazine and Essence magazine to show me representation of myself, to educate me on who I was, because we lived in a primarily white neighborhood and I had white parents. I mean, I knew I didn't look like them, but she wanted me to know who I was. Jane Kennedy is a standout, probably because we're both high yellow, but that's the one that stood out because she looked like me. I felt like I could relate to somebody black. So from 3 months old to 3rd grade, I was just a happy kid in a loving family. But the day I turned black, oh, I remember that like it was yesterday. See, because my brother and I were the only 2 black children at St. Robert's Catholic School in Shorewood, Wisconsin, K through 8. And one day in the 3rd grade on the 4-square court on the playground, I bounced a young lady by the name of Katie Olson out. Katie Olson was the popular white girl with the blonde hair and the ribbons in her hair. And I remember this day when I turned black because Katie Olson called me the N-word. And I whooped Katie Olson's ass. Right there on the spot. But I turned black again that day because Sister Helen Martin, the principal, dragged me into her office and suspended me from school. Katie Olson was never suspended because Sister Helen Martin didn't believe that Katie Olson called me the N-word. And so I remember my mother coming up to the school and walking home, and she was in tears, and she was telling me how proud she was of me for standing up for myself, but that I had to learn to use my words and not my fists.
Right.
That's the day I turned black. That experience is also one of the reasons I never want to move back to Wisconsin, and I turned from Catholicism. So that's the day I turned black. To my black brothers and sisters, when was the day that you turned black?
Man, I've been black my whole life. I don't know, but like the N-word really never like fazed me. Like, I don't know, nobody really, unless you like over the game talking, then it's different. But in person, nah. I don't think nobody never called me that. Like another race, nah.
So when's the next time I can meet you?
It ain't no next time. Don't even worry about Wilder.
Like, folks.
What you got?
People who mocked God and died later. Marilyn Monroe said, "I don't need Jesus." After Billy Graham preached to her about Jesus in person, Marilyn Monroe was found dead in her apartment 1 week later. J. Bruce Ismay said, "Not even God can sink this ship." Moments later, the Titanic sank and he died.
Dang.
This guy said God is just a fairy tale, and look what happened to him.
What happened? Oh.
John Lennon of the Beatles said in an interview, "We are more famous than God himself. A few years later after that, he was shot several times by a crazy fan. People who mocked God and died later.
Crazy. Well, things happen, you know. Things do be happening. Was it because they mocked God? No.
There is a specific frequency that only 2% of people can hear, and it's called the Tao's hum. In certain geographical locations on the planet, there's like this low frequency that only a certain amount of people can hear, and it's crazy because this sound, this frequency literally drives certain people crazy to the point where certain people even have taken their own lives because this sound, this frequency, it never stops. Just imagine a low frequency hum just constantly ringing in your ear non-stop. No matter what you do, you cannot get rid of this sound, bro. I'm gonna actually play a video that kind of go more into it.
The sound you hear emanating from your speakers, that low, ominous tone, is not a signal problem or a defect of poor recording. It's but a sample of what brings us all the way to the American Southwest to investigate an infamous phenomenon known simply as the Tao's hum.
The Tao's hum is a strange phenomenon that happens in a town called Taos, New Mexico. What it is basically is people in Taos, about 2% of the people, hear this strange humming sound or this buzzing sound that really irritates them, gets into their heads, gives them headaches, gives them anxiety, gives them fears, and people don't know really where it's coming from.
This persistent sound emerges seemingly from nowhere and plagues those who hear it day and night without relief.
There is a specific
It's interesting.
The electric eel's shock is the most powerful in the animal kingdom, with almost no creature able to resist it. In an experiment, researchers injected light-emitting lights into an arm, and when the electric eel discharged, the entire arm was illuminated, demonstrating the power of the eel's electricity. The discharge voltage of the electric eel can reach up to 800 volts, while the safe voltage for humans is typically no more than 36 volts. Even an elephant can be instantly knocked down by an electric eel, and fish are electrocuted upon contact. The electric eel can shock you with a touch from any part of its body. In fact, over 80% of its body contains electric cells capable of generating strong currents. However, crabs can resist the electric eel's shock. Although many shelled creatures are still affected, crabs are less impacted and may even fight back against the eel. Additionally, electric eels are ineffective against each other and do not feel any shock because their bodies are insulated and protected from their own currents. The electric eel's shock is the most powerful in the animal
are very much needed. A strong-minded man does not get hypnotized because a woman is a bad bitch. A strong-minded man does not get hypnotized because a woman is a bad bitch. Now, if you a boss and you strong-minded, you really do not get hypnotized by bad bitches because you got 20 of them. So I want to let the ladies out there who don't understand why this dude won't do what you want him to do, is because you are easily replaceable. If you get a man who will not adhere to your will, it's because you are easily replaceable to him. Now, a man who can't replace you, he wind up doing something like marrying your funky ass. He destroy his life to keep you there.
Right.
That's because he ain't a boss and strong-minded. But if you got a boss who's strong-minded, he's going to use you for your Arby's sandwich. After that, what else can you do? Greg, do you know that you cannot build anything with a woman that you don't get along with? It's just you want to sleep with her?
Right.
All those women that after you sleep with them, their presence in your life is obnoxious.
Right.
You can't build with them. You have to have a friend to build with.
Right.
True.
That's what I want to let all the youngsters know. That girl that you sleep with, but after you sleep with her, you be ready to get away from her because she is so do too much. You can't build with her. Stop trying to make it work with her. Use her for her, as the rapper from Houston said, Devin the dude. Show her what a pussy made for. That's all you can do is show her what a pussy made for. If you're trying to build with a woman that you feel like is, you know them girls who be around you, hi, you just see the phoniness in her. You be like, oh my God, she think I'm stupid. Look how she talking to me. She's all, I love you, I love you, I love you. Then the first time something go wrong, you see something you ain't never seen before.
That's why people got to put in that time with each other.
When actually it's supposed to be when something go wrong, that's when the love supposed to show.
Right, right.
Right.
But all them girls that's, I love you, I care, you know this. But then when something go wrong, you see a demon come out of them. I promise you, man, that representative that comes out when things go wrong, that's the one that you base your relationship off of.
100%.
Mm-hmm.
We got a million stories like this.
Mm-hmm.
I agree.
Darlene is...
Oh, here we go. Here we go. Uh-oh. It was
Darlene is so nice till something goes wrong.
That's not true. What?
Are very much needed.
The people who are going through mental and emotional issues, it's because they are empaths and they are able to feel so much more than the average person. So what we are discovering, and the science is showing this, that a lot of the people with the mental health issues and the emotional instability issues, it's because of how they're hardwired to feel more, to see more, to experience more of what is happening, the chaos around them. They're feeling it. And some of them have spiritual gifts, and it is their role and mission to feel all of this grief, sadness, chaos, because they are literally transmuting it on the planet. So they're now built into the earth ecosystem to transmute the negativity. And the Western world is calling it mental health challenges. It's not. A lot of it is them being here to heal the planet and heal what is going on. The people who are going through...
Everything is torus fields. There's nothing but torus fields. There's majestic big ones. There's minuscule ones which we call atoms. Our body's made of atoms, and those atoms are little donuts, little torus fields, torus fields, torus fields, torus fields, torus fields.
I mean, we are magnetic, so I agree with that. We definitely got torus fields.
This is probably the most disgusting and riskiest job in the world. Meet sewer divers. They
That's
spend
so
their days
nasty.
down in the city's underground network, cleaning out blocked pipes and all the nasty stuff that gets
Imagine having to do this type of job. Couldn't do it.
flushed down the drain. Imagine
Nasty.
wading through murky water in tight spaces with barely any light, and the worst
Couldn't do
smells.
it.
Additionally, dangerous gases like methane and hydrogen sulfide can build up. These can be suffocating or even explosive. Sewer divers need to be constantly aware of gas levels and use proper ventilation equipment. One wrong breath down there could be fatal. Heavy rains or blockages can cause powerful currents that might sweep a diver away. It's like being trapped in a fast-moving underground river. These workers are like real-life superheroes. They wear heavy diving suits, helmets, and oxygen tanks to tackle the sewers. Think about it every time you flush the toilet or wash dishes. That stuff ends up in the sewers, and sewer divers have to deal with all that. They work tirelessly to keep everything running and deserve a huge shout-out for their dedication. Would you take on this job for $1 million a year? Let us know in the comments.
I don't care.
This is probably
1 million. Nah, you better give me at least 10. If I'm gonna be cleaning up doo-doo and all, no. I ain't doing that. And I need to be getting paid at least a cool 100K. Nah, you gonna have to give me at least 300K a month. Because that is nasty. And shout out to the people that do these type of jobs. But man, somebody gotta do it, you know? Dang, that is nasty though.
Peace to the gods and goddesses. It's important to know that it's currently a cosmic war that's going on, alright? Malevolent extraterrestrials have been controlling this planet for millenniums. Now, in ancient times, planet Tiamat was a utopia. We had extremely tall trees that stretched way out through the cosmos. The Fae existed. There was giants. We would even get visitations from the Great Mother, okay, that would actually make herself present. There was dragons, Pegasus, trolls, and any other so-called mythical beings that you see displayed in cinematic films. Scenery was amazing with lush vegetation, and everything actually connected at that time, okay? There's no such thing as continental drift. These malevolent extraterrestrials were using laser technology to cut all our ancient trees down and to separate the land masses and things of that nature to divide the people. In fact, this is the same laser technology that was used to melt the polar ice caps to create a flood to drown out the Nephilim. You may not know it, but there's malevolent extraterrestrials that utilize laser technology to destroy certain things on this planet. Believe it or not, these ETs are your so-called government. A lot of the people you think are human are actually extraterrestrial in origin. It's been said that blue has the ability of deflecting this malevolent technology and repelling the red. In fact, the Gullah Geechee people referred to it as Haint Blue, okay? And Haint Blue had the ability of deflecting any malevolent demonic presence. This is why they would even paint their windowsills blue and things of that nature, okay? And this is why the evil eye is blue. Ironically, I'm wearing blue right now. These malevolent spirit forces were referred to as Haints or Boo Hags, alright? And what they would do is they would escape their body, and their objective was to basically try to ascertain your loosh. Through ritualistic practice called riding the witch, in a sense. Is what they would do is you would feel paralysis in a sense, and you would see an entity over you basically riding you. And this is basically archons. In a sense, they would do that, and that they would use Haint Blue to paint on their windowsills and things of that nature to repel these malevolent forces. The color Haint Blue was first produced in low country indigo plantations. State that Haint Blue was originally used by enslaved Africans, but then later adopted by the Gullah Geechee. Basically, the science of the color blue, that spectrum, that particular spectrum, was ancient magic that was practiced by our people. This is why you see it being done all over now, and people tarping their roofs with blue. In fact, there's something called an Operation Blue Roof going on now in Florida, all right, that they're doing. So this makes me wonder, what do they know? Do they know something is going to happen with laser technology or something that we may not be aware of? Because this is the same thing that transpired with Hawaii, I imagine. I believe that it was some type of laser technology. I'll say allegedly, all right, for this platform. But I personally believe when that transpired in Hawaii, it was malevolent, it was malicious. And I believe it was some form of laser technology that was utilized, obviously, to create those fires. And this is obviously some of the same things that happen in California. And sometimes there's dragons in California that's doing that, because the dragons are reawakening as well. And some of these things, some of these fires are going to be the dragons, okay, doing that as well. Again, out of all colors, why would they choose blue? And it says tasked by FEMA to assist eligible homeowners with temporary roof repairs. The program named Operation Blue Roof provides a temporary covering of blue plastic sheeting to help reduce further damage to property until permanent repairs can be made. The blue plastic sheeting is installed using strips of wood that are secured to the roof with nails or screws. But, you know, we know if you peep game, you peep game. This laser won't burn blue. Watch. The spectrum of blue has a natural defense mechanism against malevolent attacks. People knew this science.
Just the color. It's interesting.
This is why they tarping the roofs with blue.
There was something blue they didn't want to.
Peace to the gods and goddesses. It's important to know that it's currently a cosmic war.
It's definitely a cosmic war. I agree, but dang, blue. I guess blue is really like a powerful color then. If it can't even get laser attacked, whatever they use, dang. Hey, I'm gonna, get a lot of stuff on blue then.
Animals that scientists are trying to bring back. From North America, saber-toothed tiger.
Is that over?
This study took place at San Francisco General Hospital involving 400 heart patients. 200 of the patients were randomly chosen to be prayed for, and the other 200 received no prayers. Neither the patients or their doctors were aware who got the prayers. After a year, here were the results. More people died in the group that wasn't prayed for, and the ones who didn't receive prayer were 5 times more likely to require antibiotics, 3 times more likely to develop complications. 12 of them required ventilators, something none of the prayed for patients required. Regardless of whether you believe in God or call it God or not, this study and nearly 200 others indicate proof positive that when people enter a prayerful state of mind, good things happen. This study took place at San Francisco General Hospital.
I mean, it's a group thing too, though. But yeah. Prayer and meditation and all that, it's all the same. But it goes to show you if you put everybody together, how things can work quicker, and it seems like it happens better when everyone is working on the same wavelength.
Israel is not holy. There is no holy place in the Bible. It's an allegory for yourself. Isis, Ra, and El, your feminine and masculine brains. And when these electrical forces come into one, when these two triangles become the Israel flag, this is when you unlock your consciousness. Your consciousness has no gender. And this is how you raise your frequency. This is how you gain into the Holy Land, accessing the subconscious planes beyond physicality. Why do you think Moses went up on a mountain to meet with God? It's an allegory for raising your consciousness to a heightened state. Noah's Ark, he goes on the mountain and kills all of the flesh with God. The killing of the flesh is allegorical for you killing your desire for physical things, because your mind, your consciousness is not from this physical plane. The Bible's all allegory. It's written in codes so that you can decipher it, to engage you in critical thinking. Israel is not holy. There is no holy place in the Bible.
The first thing is we have epigenetic memories. That's been proven now scientifically. I remember when Dr. Bruce Lipton talked about this over 20 years ago, the epigenetic memories being passed down from ancestral trauma, and his own peers laughed at him. They almost ostracized him from the community, from his own scientific community. Now, fast forward 20 plus years later, it's taught in universities. Wow. They've done all the scientific studies. They've discovered that in every single one of us, 15 to 20 years of generational trauma is being passed down. The memories, the actual memories are coming in through the RNA on the father's side into the next generation. And so what's happening is you could be a person that's got what appears to be a great life. I'm doing good. I got my career. Everything's going phenomenal. I got a lot of opportunity. Why do I feel depressed? Why am I anxious? Why am I angry all the time? It might not be you. It could be your ancestors' trauma in your body. A lot of people don't understand this. Like, for example, why are a lot of African American people extremely angry and frustrated and depressed? 15 to 20 generations hasn't even passed yet from what happened with slavery. I mean, it's just a fact. Right. The first thing is we have epigenetic memories. That's the
ancestors coming through. That's what it is. The ancestors just to live all crazy, and they're like, we're still not free. I get it though. I'm gonna spit some game. Let me see.
Well, the principle of vibration. Everything is in motion. Nothing stands still. Nothing is at rest. Everything vibrates. Okay, and that's important to know. Your thoughts vibrate. When you think a thing, you move it in the universe. Beware of what you think, for you shall surely have it. Okay, you heard that, but you heard it under the auspices of beware of what you wish for. But wishing is thinking. Wishful thinking is also fearful thinking. If I go out there now, somebody's going to grab me and I'll wear him. You know, you're thinking, you're setting the scenario. Remember, you're living out your drama. This is your play. You're the director. Okay, set it up so that you can enjoy it. Don't set up no scary parts. And then say, I knew they was going to rob me. One white woman come running into Howard Johnson. I mean, I forget what I was reading, but it was relevant to what she did. Come running through the door. I knew that nigger was going to rob me. I knew it. A big fat lady of all, I mean, like somebody right out of a comic strip. I knew he was going to grab my purse. I knew, you know, the prophet of doom, you know. She knew it, thinking it all day, all week, and walking, finding the situation so it would unfold, so she would know it. Okay? Think just the opposite. I am protected at all times by the light and the power that is within me. I walk in harmony with the universe. Nothing in the universe can harm me. Spiritually, that's true. You get to a certain point where you become harmless, and nothing in the universe can harm you. If the teachings of Patanjali are true, the Yoga Sutras. Okay, let's go on. So everything is vibrating. If you want a thing, send it out there. My thoughts shall not come back to me void, says Isaiah. They go out there and they do something and they come back. So don't be wishing nobody any ill, bad luck, curses, and all that stuff, because that stuff bounces off the wall and comes back. Yep. Then you be saying, I wonder what did I do to deserve this? All right. Okay, all right. The law of vibration, the principle or law of polarity.
That is true. That's why you shouldn't be sending out negative thoughts to anyone, you know. I don't care how mad they get you, just, you know, cause that stuff can come right back and get you. You be like, dang, what did I do? You was talking crazy. You was, you know, you was hating on the next person. You was sending negative thoughts their way, and now you getting affected. Crazy how the universe works, right?
I'm supposed to read these here, so I don't make them up. Everything is dual. Everything has poles. Everything has its pair of opposites. Like and unlike are the same. Opposites are identical in nature, but different in degree. Extremes meet. All truths are but half-truths. All paradoxes can be reconciled. So the principle of...
He just dropped some game, for real, man. Y'all have to be watch that, for real.
Whatever thoughts are going through your head saying, oh, people don't want to be talked to, no, they're not going to accept my hello, it's complete and utter nonsense. You really just have to send stuff out and it's going to be good, I promise you. I absolutely promise you. Your mind is playing tricks on you.
All the time.
That's the coolest bike I've seen all day.
He stacked training wheels just for kids.
Hey man, that's a cool way to get around town.
You don't even need a license or tax.
Bro, forget it, man. I heard you're going to have a good day today. Nice glasses.
Oh, I like it.
Yeah. Hi there.
Hello.
Is TV yours?
Yep.
Congratulations.
Yeah.
What are you gonna watch on it?
Play some video games.
Hey, congratulations. Enjoy. Have a good one. Uh-oh, we meet again. Have a good one, guys.
Oh, thank you. You too.
I just want to say you have such a cool hat.
Why, thank you.
Yeah. I'm voting for John for Employee of the Year.
Oh, very good. Thanks.
Real quick, guys, I heard word on the street is that you guys are going to have a wonderful day today.
Hey, you know what? I hope you do the same.
Hey, my man. You should get the nicest bottle of wine. You deserve it. You're going to have a wonderful day today, and you're going to have a wonderful day today. I know so. And you guys, too. You're all going to have a wonderful day, too. And you're going to have a wonderful day today, and you're going to have a wonderful day today.
Nice.
You're gonna have a wonderful day too.
Oh my goodness! Wow. Just because you said so. Whatever thoughts are going through your head saying, oh, people don't want to be talked to.
That's crazy. Like, you could really make somebody's day just by speaking to them, you know? It's crazy, but yeah. You know, if you like an introvert, you know, try to like, you know, get out of that. But I know, I get it. I am like that too, so.
Okay, so that I stay safe and I can come back and I stay alive, I want to tell you something. I will give you a hint to what he showed me. It's going to happen. And you have to get rid of these metals in your body. And I know exactly how to do it very easily. If you want to do it fast and quick, it would be green drinks. There's something with chlorophyll that has to do with it. It matches, it's very close to your blood.
Chlorophyll.
In its structure. That's all I'm going to say. Okay, so you have to have a carrier that will grab things and take them out of your body, okay? So, if you want to know what's going to happen, and it could happen tomorrow, it could happen, but they're going to say it's something else. You're going to have to do your own thinking about this. I don't want to get in trouble, but just stick a piece of foil in a microwave and picture that in your body. Because you can't see a microwave, but you can see the results of it when it's present. And you know to not put foil in the microwave because you just do it once, and then you have a fireworks show that the neighbors talk about. Because frequencies affect different things. And if something is coming that is intentional, if it hits something that's...
This is... Okay, so...
I guess that's why it's very important to be detoxing. Because I'm pretty sure a lot of us have metals and all type of stuff in our bodies that we can't even see. You know? But dang, just imagine like how you even put something in the microwave that's not supposed to be in there. And yeah, that's crazy. So just imagine what's going on in our bodies. Wow.
So what does September, October, November, and December look like in the future for our country, the United States, and around the world? I do predict that things are going to change in a dramatic way here in the United States. And not only will it be an extraordinarily hot, temperature-wise summer, and a very, very cold upcoming winter, perhaps I believe the coldest winter we've had in recorded history in the last 50 years. But we're going to see an uproar of violence. It's going to be between people that love the United States and against people that do not love the United States. And I think you're going to see a shift in the Democratic candidate for presidency, which is going to create, again, another shift in human perspective about where our country's going and where it came from and what it's going to be like. And I think that it's going to create a lot of tension. We're going to see another display of what we might consider the Floyd incident again, which triggers all more violence in the United States. And as my heart aches to say, but I see a super bloodbath occurring here in the United States, especially during the month of October and November of 2024. But I do believe that there will be a new president in the United States, and I believe Donald Trump will be elected, and I believe things will begin to smooth out somewhat as we go into the early months of 2025. So I do want to caution each of you around the world to be at peace today. Remember, your outer world is a reflection of the way you are on the inside, but when you've got 8 billion people on the planet and 335 million people in the United States, you've got all these different beliefs and cultures and perspectives, and their outer world is going to manifest to them based on their reality. And many of these people are not thinking clear, they're unconscious, they're full of fear, and fear is what triggers off negative, destructive events. And I think you're going to see that happening. But I also see a great shift and a great awakening as we go into the spring of 2025. Humanity will begin to change in a positive way, but get ready for September, October, November, December of 2024, because it's going to become very dangerous. So I do want to caution each of you as we I'm also predicting a terrorist attack in the United States and extreme violence, but a change in presidency. And with Trump's election, will create a lot of tension with people that hate America. So,
Yeah, that is true. Because Trump is only for the rich folks, you know. So I agree with that one, man. Dang. You really getting into them years, 2030. You really close to 2030. Like, you really think about it. Dang.
Ooh la la. And I got me some Burger King.
He said,
onion rings.
It says, watch the toothpick. Watch.
With a triple whopper. Look at the cheese on there. Ain't mustard. That's cheese. They don't even put mustards on waffle. Let me see what's to it. And it got bacon on there too, if y'all can see that bacon.
How?
Got some barbecue sauce on there. That's the way I eat it. I always eat it like that. Good eating.
You talking about good eating? How's the toothpick is still in his mouth? Like eating like that, so aggressive.
3 patties, baby.
And then he drinking too. I don't know how you do it.
Burger King always been my favorite burger joint. We got some new stuff to the menu. I gotta check it out. See what's to it.
Take that toothpick out, man.
Ooh la la.
That is so disturbing. I cannot. Cause it look like he about to swallow that toothpick. That's crazy. He didn't manage to figure out how to eat food with a toothpick in his mouth the whole time. That's crazy.
Humming can humming create nitric oxide in the body?
It absolutely can. What they discovered is that humming increases that NO production by 15-fold.
Not 15%.
15 times. I don't believe this. When I come to Stockholm, I want you to demonstrate that in front of me. And they did. They have devices that measure nitric oxide production in your nasal cavity, all kinds of sophisticated instrumentation. Did it with no humming. They did it with a little bit of humming. They did it with lots of humming. And sure enough, the more you hummed, the more nitric oxide you produce. And it went up to 20 times.
Define humming. Does it need to be in a certain tone for a certain duration?
Closing your mouth. Okay, I'm going to do it sort of on the air. And so when you make that humming sound, you are exhaling through your nose, right? But you're creating tremendous vibrations. It's the vibration that stimulates these special mucosal cells to make more nitric oxide. And the precise enzymatic mechanism, which I will not describe here, was worked out, and they published it. And it happens not only in humans, but it also happens, where did it happen? In cows that moo. They were able to measure the nitric oxide.
Excuse me. So cows aren't mooing, they're humming.
That's interesting.
We now know that cancer is vulnerable between the frequencies of 100,000 hertz and 300,000 hertz. So now we attack leukemia cells. Leukemia cell number 1 tries to grow a copy of itself, but the new cell is shattered into dozens of fragments and scattered across the slide. Leukemia cell number 2 then hyperinflates and also dies. Leukemia cell number 3 then tries to make another cancer cell. The new cell is shattered and the original cell dies. I now believe that the future cancer treatment rooms for children will be a very different place. It will be a pleasant place where children gather and make new friends. They probably won't even know they're sick. They'll draw pictures, color in their books, play with their toys, all the while unaware that above them are beautiful blue pinkish plasma lights emanating healing, pulsing electric fields, shattering their cancer painlessly and non-toxically, one cell at a time. Thank you. We now know that cancer
I don't know if any of you guys got this in the mail, but I got this today. Selective Service System. I guess, guys, we're going to war. Failure to comply with these requirements is a violation of the Military Selective Service Act. The maximum penalty for a violation of this act is $250,000 fine or 5 years in prison or both. Damn. That's wild. That's wild. Even give me another one too.
Get me.
I don't know if any of you guys got this in the mail, but I got this.
Shifting to the fifth dimension brings about deeper, soul-based connections with people. You encounter more individuals who feel like they are part of your soul's family, and there's an instant mutual recognition. In these connections, relationships become more equal, fostering honesty as you no longer wish to hide your true self. Shifting to the fifth dimension.
No healer heals anyone directly. A healer sets up a vibration, and that vibration represents the healed state. If the person that requires the healing decides or chooses to match that frequency for themselves, they've healed themselves. So again, what we were just talking about, you give the idea, you give the vibration of peace, you give the vibration of joy, you give the information that goes with it. They have to match it in order to feel it, in order to experience it, because they have their own reality, literally their own reality. We're only agreeing to appear to share the same reality, but there are different realities in this room and 3 different rooms because there are 3 different people. So we are agreeing that we will say, yeah, this is the same room you're in, but I'm not in the same room you're in and you're not in the same room I'm in. But we're playing this game like a chess game. It says, okay, we're going to play chess. We'll have to play by these rules or we're not playing chess. But I can use different pieces. They can be made out of different materials. I can use a different strategy than you. We're still playing chess, but we're not playing the same game exactly, even though it looks like we are. We're playing by the general rules of chess so that anyone on the outside would go, oh, they're both playing chess. But I might be playing a very different game of chess than you might be playing because of how I strategize or what I think the pieces are or what they're made of or, where I'm sitting or who moved first or whatever. So there are many variables, even in the general agreements we have about what kind of a reality we think we're sharing. Okay. And again, that's becoming, like I said, with the Mandela effect, that's becoming a little loosey-goosey too, because people are starting to actually see other realities. And they are real. No healer heals anyone directly. A healer sets up a vibration, and that vibration
Ain't no nigga that I trust till I got. Ain't no nigga that I trust till I got.
I'm gonna show you guys something crazy.
This is crazy, right? Taco Bell. Got their own little thing. Wow, that cool.
Have you ever seen something so crazy? I'm gonna show you guys something crazy.
I just want to thank my munchkins
You get charged in a court because you're a battery.
We already saw that.
Do vegans eat eggs? Nah, we don't get down like that, but here are 3 substitutes. So, eggs are used in so many different ways. I hope this can help in your plant-based journey. Number 1, mung beans. They could be used to make omelets or scrambles. Perfect. Number 2, flaxseed eggs, which is perfect for baking, making cookies and brownies, you know. And number 3, we got aquafaba, which is chickpea brine. You can make a fire whipped cream. Come on. Yes, we vibing. Share more options in the caption below. Peace. Do vegans eat eggs? Nah, we don't.
Says that the earth was a school for gods. The earth is a school for gods. Man shall harvest upon the earth. Man who has lost the vestige of the human, and those who are on earth today, it is written that the harvest is great. That's talking about you, black people. Now it says that the earth is a classroom for gods, or the godhood. Not Mars, not Venus, not Jupiter, not magnificent Saturn, nor spiritual Neptune, nor Pluto, nor Mercury, nor even the sun and its bodies. Thus the lotus rises from the earth. The lotus is the lotus that you see that grows along the Nile Valley, the lotus that you see papyrus. It rises upon the earth. So they're saying that in actuality, this was a classroom for gods. So what happened is this. They put you here as an experiment, and they took the vibratory rate and they made it go down to a lower level. So therefore, when you first came here, you were gods. And you had these 12 cosmic power, these 10 cosmic power zones that was open in you, and you were gods, and everything that you see the superheroes could do, you could do tenfold or 1,000 times. What happened was the vibratory rate fell after so many thousands of years, and you got encased into this mummified body. And this is the mummified body, which is the vessel that you have been limited with, and this is the prison house as well as the earth being colony earth.
D4K.co.
You know, Bobby Hemmett always is, you know, I feel like he was a preacher, you know? But he be talking that some knowledge, like, for real. I ain't gonna lie. Shout out to Bobby Hemmett.
So this light skin thing, I don't even like the term, because if we look at melanin, melanin is full spectrum light solidified. When light is fully solidified, when the full spectrum of light is solidified, it becomes melanin. That's a fact. Now let's move forward. If that's true, full spectrum light solidified is melanin, then black people are light skinned. The darker you are, the lighter you are. You see what I'm saying? Because this is light. We're light bodies. You feel what I'm saying? So this thing gets real tricky. And the whole concept is to what? Trap our light body. And when we say trap our light body, the concept is to put the light inside of a prison or a prism. You feel what I'm saying? So you put the light inside of a prison, the prison becomes the prism. And then the whole thing is about draining or extracting your energy. So they put you in a cell, like a battery, a Duracell. And you probably got locked up for assault and battery, right? And then what happens? They charged you for a crime. So subconsciously, it's all about draining your energy. So this light skin thing, I don't even like the term. Because if we look at melanin.
Alright, y'all. That's gonna do it for today's video. I hope you guys enjoyed that. Got something from it, learned something new. All that good stuff. Alright, I'm sending peace, abundance, prosperity, and good health your way. Make sure you take care of yourself. Make sure you get outside in the sun. If you haven't, okay? Take a little walk or something. But with all that being said, I'll see you guys in the next upload. Peace.